Many months ago, I meditated 5 times a day for 30 days, and it went well. I enjoyed it, and I try to keep it up when I can. I particularly use breathing exercises to try and help me to de-stress when I'm really struggling. But recently I've been thinking that there may be other ways to de-stress while still improving other areas of your life. Now, I am a very inflexible man. Multiple knee injuries, which of course are the only reason I'm doing this and not playing professional football, have caused me to have massively tight calves and hamstrings. So I thought that I could improve that situation while also being able to de-stress and be present in the activity. To bring the two together, I did yoga for 30 days. Here's the science behind it. Yoga has been shown to reduce stress levels, with regular yogis having lower cortisol levels than normal people. Practicing yoga for at least 3 months also reduces perceived stress and reduces pro-inflammatory cytokines, which reduces inflammation. Yoga has positive effects on mood and anxiety as well, with it actually improving these sort of conditions more than walking. There's also studies that show that yoga can decrease depressive symptoms. The physical benefits are there as well, with yoga improving lower back pain and helping to improve quality of life during illnesses such as prostate cancer and rheumatoid arthritis. It also decreases risk factors of heart disease, so there's plenty of true benefit to doing yoga. So let's see how I found it over the 30 days. So I'm about to try yoga for the first time. I'm not really sure what to expect. I'm hoping it's relatively relaxing and just sort of keeps me centered, a bit like meditation, but I haven't done any research on it. I haven't done anything prior to doing the activity because I want to go into it completely blind for the first time. So let's give this a go and see how it works. So that actually did wonders for stretching me out and sort of getting me a little bit more comfortable with my body and working out where centre of gravities and things are and things like that. It's all very sort of lift your heart and sort of very wishy-washy, which is a little bit difficult for me because it sort of takes my focus on it. I become too sarcastic and cynical towards the whole process, but I'm trying really hard to sort of stay grounded and stop myself from just basically laughing at it, because that's not the whole point of this. I have real problems with like tight calves and my back, and my posture is really bad as well. So just from the start, being able to stretch out properly, really bring the shoulders back and things like that really helped me initially. There was a whole load of clicking going on when I first started, which actually relieved a lot of pressure and a lot of tension on my muscles. So I can already tell that this is gonna do good things for me. It's just making sure I actually do it and I move past the whole sort of cynicism and, I don't know, spirituality of the whole thing. This is harder than I thought. It's giving me a proper stretch out and then I'm aching in the morning, and it's all because when I injured my knees, I've ended up with my calves, my hamstrings and my hips overcompensating for the lack of strength within my knees. Which means that I now have basically the tightest leg muscles you can get, which means some of these stretches are absolutely horrible, but I'm getting through it. It's good that I'm stretching it because I haven't done it before really, and it'll be good to help loosen them up, to be honest. I'm slowly starting to get the sort of meditative part of it, where you're setting your intention for the day, you're breathing more, you're not focusing on the stretching, but more on the breath. And I'm getting more into it. It's still difficult, and I still don't think it's quite having the same sort of concentrating effect as meditation did when I did that. But I think as the 30 days goes on, I'm gonna get better at the stretching side of it. It will flow more smoothly, and it will just generally be a very useful practice. So I've just finished doing the evening yoga practice, sort of relaxation one. And compared to the morning one, I think I'm more inclined to stick with the morning sort of energizing yoga routines. The evening one is meant to relax you, but I'm not 100% sure it's actually done that. I think it might have energized me more than anything. So I'm going to try and stick to the morning routines because that seems to work better. The whole stretching thing, it's difficult to relax because my muscles are so tight, and this sort of thing probably isn't made for someone like me, but yeah, I'm going to stick to the morning ones. It seems to work a little bit better, and I want to try and get the most out of this 30 days instead of just doing it for the sake of it. So let's see how the rest of it goes. Oh. Right, so I started filming that one halfway through because honestly it was the most relaxed I've felt since starting this yoga thing. I think I went into that with a lot more thought and a lot more of an idea of what I wanted to achieve from it. And I think that's the key, based on how previously I've enjoyed the stretching but not necessarily had that meditative quality. So yeah, good stuff. I'm not made for balancing exercises. This far in, it's the first time doing proper balancing ones. So like tree pose, that sort of thing, the stereotypes. And me, I'm not made for it. So now that it's all done, here's how I actually found it in hindsight. The first thing I found particularly difficult was bringing together the stretching and sort of exercise side of it with the meditation side of things. Now, the stereotype of men not being able to multitask comes into play big time here. While the stretching was incredibly beneficial for me and helped both in the morning and in the evening, and really helped me feel like I was making progress in terms of my tight calves and tight hamstrings, it felt particularly difficult to then come around to the meditative and focused side of things. As I said at the beginning of the video, I have incredibly tight muscles, and so when you're stretching it can be particularly painful and a bit of an unenjoyable experience, even though you know you're doing good for yourself. It also means that because I'm so inflexible, trying to get into some of the positions for yoga was difficult for me, and so a huge proportion of my focus went into getting myself into the position, not actually enjoying it while I was there. Sometimes I was focusing so hard on trying to balance that if I even tried to focus on anything else, focus on my breathing, focus on the feelings going through my body, I'd end up on the ground. Because of all of this, I actually haven't continued doing yoga. I find it much more straightforward and beneficial to keep things like stretching and exercise and meditation separate. If you're a flexible person, however, I'd really recommend giving this a go, because my main issue with this experience and the exercise of yoga was the fact that I couldn't get the two things together correctly, and I definitely didn't spend enough time trying to do it. 30 days from start to finish isn't gonna miraculously make you the most flexible person in the world. Because I wasn't enjoying the yoga particularly, I didn't really have the impetus to keep it going and really try and get better and improve my balance and things like that. But if you are flexible already, or you do think you really want to be able to build that into your meditation routine, I really recommend giving it a go. The science also speaks for itself, so if you want to give it a go and have experienced the beneficial side of it, leave a comment and let me know. And especially leave a comment if you already use yoga to de-stress. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the Unfold channel for more videos every week. And I hope to see you all very, very soon.